I'm Brandy Ladd. I grew up on the northern border of Yellowstone Park and have been lucky to live in Montana my whole life. I am a patroller up at Moonlight Ski Basin. My fellow patrollers and I, we were doing some toboggan training, and it was with new toboggan and new gear, and there was a slip, just a very quick accident, and I braced with my left leg, carrying the weight of the toboggan, and my knee snapped. My ACL, I heard it pop, and I was down on the snow in an instant. It hurt. For 5 minutes, it definitely hurt, and then the pain dissipated very quickly, very strangely, but I did not have any stability after that. My working crew was very supportive. They were very concerned about my knee and about my health, and I was able to see a doctor right away. When the doctor first told me I had a torn ACL, I was very disconcerted. I was very worried about my future and the longevity of my athletics and not being able to work the job that I love. Well, state fund came in very early. It was definitely a workers' comp issue, and so I was introduced through our human resource lady up at Moonlight Basin to Jennifer McGregor.
My name is Jennifer McGregor. I'm a claims examiner at the Montana State Fund.
And from the very beginning, Jennifer was more than helpful and just a very pleasant person to speak with on the phone.
The first time she called, my impression of Brandy was that she was an extremely motivated individual, eager to return to work and also her recreational activities.
We have traveled to very remote China and Tibet on river trips, and we have done a first descent on 300 river miles of the upper Yangtze, as well as a beautiful descent on 300 miles of the Salween River in China. We have taken advantage of different mountain ranges and skiing and exploring and hiking mountain ranges in different areas such as New Zealand and South America and Alaska. And we've also enjoyed a lot of river trips in the Idaho area and the western United States.
Initially, she did present as concerned, perhaps uncertain.
Being a ski patroller is part of my happiness. It's working with a great group of people, working in a beautiful environment, and the skills. I really enjoy the skills with the job. And I think that being hurt and being injured is a very easy corridor for people to fall into a worried state of mind. But having a very positive state of mind is the best thing you can do.
You do want them to feel comfortable in confiding in you and communicating with you their concerns and again their goals and their desires, because those are really, they play a big role in how an injured employee will approach their recovery.
You learn something, or I learn something out of everything I experience in life, and this is just another challenge for me to have a little different lifestyle, a little different life speed. And honestly, it's just been very comforting to know that State Fund's been there throughout this whole experience, and I've got support from them.
I always try to maintain a professional distance, but it can be difficult not to become significantly involved. These are at times life-altering events or potentially life-altering events, and it's difficult not to empathize with an injured employee who has concerns about which direction they'll be taking and whether or not they'll be able to return to their career of choice.
Well, Jennifer is a very, very kind individual. She has been very responsive on the phone. We have always been able to contact each other within the same day. And she's truly concerned about my benefit and my welfare. She is extremely organized, and she's been very honest with me throughout the whole process. So there hasn't been any guessing game, there hasn't been any stress. It's been a very smooth, open, and caring process.
Absolutely makes me feel good to be able to assist an individual in regaining their life, both employment life and a social life or personal life.
Yesterday I drove up to Moonlight Basin to say hello to my fellow crew members, and I was definitely looking forward to the day that I can drive up to Moonlight Basin and ski and have a healthy leg. For me, it's not just a job, it's the job that I love. I do.